Dole Whip nachos are a really awesome treat if you're looking for something that's a little extra sweet. So today we're gonna attempt to make our own.
So hit that subscribe button and stay tuned.
Hey guys, it's Kayla.
And I'm Mark Allen.
And this is Hemphilly Ever After. Here we talk about all things Disney, and today it's Dream It and Do It. That's where we bring a little bit of Disney magic into your home.
Or in this case, your kitchen.
So today we are going to attempt to make some Dole Whip nachos. So these are some pretty popular treats in Disney World and Disneyland. And so basically we're gonna show you how to make Dole Whip, but then we're also gonna show you how to make nachos, which is essentially like a Dole Whip sundae. So let's get started.
So here are all the ingredients that you'll need to make your Dole Whip for the Dole Whip nachos. Now, we've actually done a different recipe for Dole Whip before, and this is slightly different. So we'll be sure to let you know which one is our favorite. We'll also link the other Dole Whip recipe up above. So in this case, you will need 2 cups of frozen pineapple chunks, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 9 ounces of pineapple juice, 3 ounces of lime juice, and 8 ounces of frozen Cool Whip.
Okay, so the first step, it says to mix your pineapple chunks, the lime juice, the sugar, and the pineapple juice all together in a blender. So I'm gonna mix all that together, blend it up till it's smooth, and then we have to let it freeze for a little while. It says to blend that until smooth. I think this is probably good enough. I don't want to get it too runny, but I think that's probably a good consistency. So now we're gonna put this in a glass and just let it freeze up just for a little while to get it kind of more solidified. All right, so we have let that mixture sit for probably around 30-ish minutes. And I put it into small of a bowl. So I'm gonna transfer this to my bigger bowl, and then we're going to fold in our Cool Whip. Ours is frozen, so that hopefully it will help make that texture a little bit, hold up a little bit better. Gotta mix this up. Now that I've kind of folded the Cool Whip in, it's got this nice kind of fluffy texture. I am gonna let this freeze for a little while longer just to stiffen up. It's said to freeze for about 2 to 3 hours. Gonna be honest, I'm probably only gonna do this for maybe about an hour. But then we will be ready for our sundae.
So our Dole Whip is still freezing, but we are getting all of our toppings ready. So you can see that we have some canned whipped cream to put on top, and you can also use waffle chips, but I'm like, I don't know where to get those. So we just bought these waffle bowls, and we're gonna break those up. And we also have some canned pineapple tidbits. Technically, you're supposed to use like fresh pineapple, but that sounded like too much work. We also have some rainbow sprinkles and some strawberry syrup. Also, I will say we are technically missing one ingredient, and that's mango boba balls, but we didn't really have the time to try to find those. So we will link some in the description box below in case you want to buy some for yourself.
Okay, so first what I'm gonna do to make some chips for the nachos is I'm just gonna break these bowls up. So you can use, honestly, like Mark Allen said, you can use waffle chips if you're able to find some. You can just use whatever kind of waffle cone pieces that you prefer. So you want to go ahead and get your Dole Whip ready because these next steps you kind of have to do fast before it melts. So I don't have a piping bag, so I'm just using a large Ziploc bag. Alright, so next you're going to make a pool of your Cool Whip or whipped cream. Take your Dole Whip bag and you're gonna snip the end off of it and squirt your little piece. You're probably gonna make a mess of this. I'm really good at making swirls, y'all. And then you're gonna just add a few pieces of fresh pineapple or canned pineapple in our case. Some strawberry syrup. Oh, that came out real fast.
That's okay.
And then I'm gonna break up another one of these just for a few extra pieces. And then finally, some sprinkles. And then of course your boba balls if you have those. And then that's it. Here's our Dole Whip nachos. They actually look really fun. This looks pretty tasty. I'm excited to try this. I need a spoon. Okay, time for a taste test.
I'm so excited for this.
Yum.
That's so good.
I like this recipe for Dole Whip, I think, better than what we've made before.
I agree.
The last time we made Dole Whip, you actually made it with ice cream. And I like that you use the Cool Whip because it almost is like a little bit fluffier texture.
It's like creamier too.
It feels a little bit more like real Dole Whip and less like ice cream. So I think it's pretty tasty. After eating the whole thing, what do you think?
I loved it.
It's pretty tasty. I think what I really liked about that Dole Whip recipe was that you used the Cool Whip. And I think it just, the texture of it all made it a lot more light and fluffy, which I thought was really good.
Yeah, I 100% agree. It was somehow creamier to me than even the ice cream recipe.
Yeah.
So if you're going to make Dole Whip, like even without the nachos, I highly suggest using that recipe.
Yeah.
And we'll be sure to link everything below so that if you do want to make it, even just the Dole Whip, you can.
Yeah, we'll have those recipes. I just found them on Pinterest, but I will link those recipes down below in the description box. I will also try to link some of the ingredients that we used down in the description box as well. That way, if you have a hard time finding them, you'll at least be able to find them on Amazon. But I also thought the strawberry sauce was really good. I didn't expect the strawberry sauce to taste as good with it as it did.
I know. I kind of want to like make this one more time and get the boba balls and see what the mango would do to the flavor.
That's gonna be so good. And well, when I found this recipe, we haven't actually had the real thing in Disney before, but I kept seeing all of this stuff pop up for Dole Whip nachos lately, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna try and make those. That sounds easy, but yeah, it's a really easy recipe. It's a fun one if you just want something a little bit different than a normal ice cream sundae, and it really wasn't that hard to make.
No, not at all.
The only bad part is that you have to wait for it to freeze, which we only let our Dole Whip freeze for about an hour. You probably need to do it for at least 2 hours just to make sure that it doesn't melt in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Because ours was definitely a little bit melty, but
yeah, I definitely would not skip that freezing part because otherwise it's just going to be a soup and you're not going to be able to eat it like nachos, which is the whole point of it.
Yeah, but luckily that made a lot. At least 4 servings.
For sure.
Maybe 6, depending on how big your servings are. So it makes quite a bit, which is really nice.
So I guess we're eating leftover Dole Whip tomorrow for lunch and dinner, right?
Yep. Have you guys made Dole Whip before? Let us know your favorite recipes down in the comments below. Also, if you've tried Dole Whip nachos at Disney, try out this recipe and let us know if it tastes like the real thing, because we want to know how close we were. But we hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and of course, if you want to see more videos like this where we bring a little bit of magic into your home, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you can dream it, you can do it.
Now go create
your ever after.